This is the American Rebellion. My name's Jerry. How y'all doing? Oh, it is New Year's Eve, last day of the year, and Randy Rhodes is with us from All Roads Lead to Home
And so
and
is Chucky.
elsewhere if you feel like it. And the Chuckinator is, I don't have him here.
Uh,
Hold on.
hold on a second. I'll tell him to try it
Okay.
again.
All right. Hold on. The link he said didn't work. I don't understand why this link isn't working, but
I can I
it's
can
a
send him my
very
link.
recent. Yeah, I sent him one. Let's see if it works. I believe this is the correct one, but we'll find out very quickly. Uh oh, Jesus, Nick too. All right, this ain't my fault. This is Restream, which we'll be getting off of soon because of things. Randy's making me actually. So anyway, the Chuckinator is with us, microphone and all, which is nice. And
Yeah, damn
how you doing,
straight. We
Chuck?
finally got that mother. Yeah, doing good, doing good.
All right.
Yeah, I was on Randy's show there earlier this morning. There,
Yeah,
Dave
that's a good show.
yeah,
Regina.
yeah, Regina was on there. Yeah, it was a good. I could only stay on for about 20 minutes, but yeah, it was good. Okay, go ahead. I gotta
Well,
go out and
all right.
grab
Thank
some
you,
break.
Chuck. That's appreciate that. Yeah, you have you go calm down in the 12 degrees. I'm so not used. I don't have no alarm set for Tuesday night, so I'm not even ready to do the show right now. Jolene is with us, and Nick, I just sent you a thing, so hopefully he will be here in a minute. It's not my fault. I'm telling you, something's going on with Restream because I've been sending links since we started using it, and all of them have worked till the last couple of days. So I don't know what's going on. Anyway, it's New Year's Eve. Uh, last day of the year.
Isn't that
At
something?
least when we, yeah, at least when we go into 2025, we got more hope than we did going into 2024. We all pretty much knew it was going to happen and that it was going to be worse than we thought, and we were right.
But
Yeah,
you know
you're
too.
right.
I don't know about in your household, but um, I'm older now. Imagine that, and uh, it just doesn't seem like a new year is upon us. It just seems like another day. Um, when my dad was alive, and I know I mentioned this many times, my dad was the house to go to for party time. And it's primarily because, he still had to hook up at the military base to go there and buy all the alcohol he wants for like next to nothing. So he would come home with a trunk, back seat, and a front seat full of liquor.
Yeah,
Everything you possibly imagine, right? Liquor for the men, liquor for the women, okay? And liquor for the children if the children didn't get caught. But um, they just came, and we had a good old time. I mean, women did shit that you would never thought your aunts would do. The men would do shit that you never thought your uncle would do, and those are memories I never want to think about again. Uh, the cousins, I mean, I won't say anything with them, but yeah, and then of course the food. My mom, my God, she went to Wise. Wise was her go-to grocery store. She came home with potato salad, macaroni salad, coleslaw, ice cream, cakes, pies, cookies, and then on top of that, the women from the different families would come and they would bring their particular food item. But when my dad died, there went the parties because the connection to the alcohol. This is my thinking. The connection to the alcohol stopped, and no one could afford to provide the alcohol like my dad did. So the parties ended.
well, I don't know. I think as you get older, New Year's Eve just becomes another day for most people. I don't know about anybody else. It has been for me for Christ. I quit going out when I was in my 20s. Actually, the last time I went out was the year before I got sober, finally. Um, the year I got sober, I went out on New Year's Day, not New Year's Eve, because I figured that was a good idea. That didn't work out either, but nevertheless. So, anyway, been a while, and here
And
we are.
Nikki's here.
Yep, and Nick's here. I got to go for a second and get my drinks, so you all speak amongst yourselves and enjoy life.
All right.
So, do we think there's going to be a pause in the fighting across the world because of New Year?
I don't know. I doubt it. Probably be a New Year surprise instead of an October surprise.
Yeah.
Who knows? But but like your family, Randy, we had liquor in the front and liquor in the rear
Of the house, I assume.
at our houses.
I assume of the house, not body parts.
Yeah, well, you get the joke. But yeah, New Year's Eve kind of wore off on me with my previous job because I worked about uh, 5 or 6 of them bartending every single year, every holiday, you name it, because they're all considered high volume business days.
Yeah, I remember that. I was a gourmet waiter in a hotel, so I remember those days.
And dude, worked us as bartenders, we worked our asses off, and I mean it was nonstop because it was nuts to butts in that place, and of course, and my mom and dad and my aunt Yolanda are there tonight, and my mom asked, "Oh, we're gonna go to the casino tonight. You want to come?" I said, "You can't pay me enough money to spend another New Year's Eve in that damn place because they didn't." It's good luck with that nonsense because that's a big cluster if you ever see a big CF, as they say, if you ever seen one. But yeah, New Year's Eve just kind of wears off on you after a while.
Yeah,
Uh,
I know what you mean.
especially when you have to work every one of them, and I mean, I enjoyed my job.
I mean, tips were good.
Oh, it's very good.
Yeah, I mean, I always enjoyed going home with a pocket full of money I didn't have when I started that shift with.
Yeah, tips were really good. Depending on what bar we had, like 4 or 5 bars, and if you worked at the main bar, which was in the center of the casino, it was a circular bar right in the middle where table games are. They had slot machines. They had everything you can imagine. And we had 4 bartenders in there because there was 4 Barwells. And man, we'd walk out of there with $4,000 or $5,000 on a New Year's Eve. Between 4 bartenders.
So you
So
see what's what $4,000 or $5,000 split between four of you.
yeah,
I still you walked out with 1,000 something you didn't have when you walked in. You can't beat that. I know when I worked at the Sheraton Conestoga, which at the time was one of the to go hotels. It had the hotel. Obviously, it had 2 restaurants, a American style a restaurant, and then of course the gourmet restaurant was where I worked. And then it had the bar, and then of course it had the swimming pool and the massage and stuff going on like that. Um, but the bartender, I mean, he was going nuts, tossing drinks around and getting people served. But then we also had the banquet rooms that were reserved for party time, and of course the waitresses, they chose the prettiest ones to work the banquets, obviously for obvious reasons. Um, but I miss those days, to be honest with you. I do really miss
it,
the
it
work.
was it was fun, but it was a lot of work, man.
It
I mean,
was.
it was a lot of it will wear your butt out real quick. By the time New Year's Eve was over, and I worked, you know, right up until New Year's Eve or after, and it because I worked swing shift, which was 4 to midnight, but we're always there for New Year's Eve because it was such a hassle to do a shift change just after everything was happening. So I mean, we were slinging drinks nonstop, and I mean, uh, it was fun. Believe me, I enjoyed that job,
Yeah.
but it's a lot of work when you work in a high volume place like that. I
I
mean,
will
it's
say, will say I did quit there soon after the front desk lady broke my heart. She was school age. We're both high school, and cute as a oh my god, very cute girl, blonde hair and very nice to look at. And she and I, I thought we had a connection going on, and we talked and we spent time together. And I went out and I bought her this. I went to her house. We visited, right? Went out to I think a movie. Uh, but soon after that, I bought her this really expensive turtleneck sweater because she said she liked turtleneck sweaters. So I bought her this big ass, very expensive turtleneck sweater, and when I got it, uh, she broke up with me. I thought, holy fuck,
oh, that's a kick in the ding ding.
it was. But I sat out on the street in my car crying, and I had the sweaters all wrapped up, and I was bawling my head off. But you know what? I walked up to her front door, and I left the package on her stoop, and I left. And then soon after that, I quit the job at the hotel. 'Cause I couldn't imagine working in the same place that she was still working at.
Yeah, yeah, that's hard to do. It's hard to. I mean, that's where I met my wife, but she was a beverage server, I was a bartender, and that's a whole different situation. But in a hotel situation, and then you have to run into this person nonstop.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, if my wife, ex-wife, and I would have broken up after we started dating, it wouldn't hurt my feelings because I had plenty of other good chicks to look at. I mean, it didn't matter at that point.
well, I would,
You know.
I would think a casino had some pretty good, nice, pretty women working there. I would imagine that. Yes.
Oh, back then they hired the best. I mean, a lot of them out of Houston, Texas, literally pole dancers, literally pole dancers, and they'd let you know they didn't care. Um, my ex-wife wasn't a pole dancer; she was just a gold digger, but still. Um, but but yeah, it was a fun time, but it'll wear you out after a while. It especially like working banquets. That will wear you out. When you have, you know, 100, 200 people to serve, man, that I've done that crap before being a waiter and everything else in my life. Um, yeah, that's a pain in the ass to
I can
have to do
imagine.
that. Yeah, because everybody's gonna have a problem with their food.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
I
know.
mean, working as a gourmet waiter, the protein was made at the table side, and it was always made in wine or some kind of burgundy, something like that. Something would flame up. Um, and I remember we had this Greek host. He was from Greece. I mean, the full. I mean, he was it, right? There's no second guess where he came from, and he always put on this huge show of of you know bravado, right? And he just got to making steaks for these two ladies at the table, and motioned me over to the table. So I walked over. I said, "May I help you?" And they said, "Can we have ketchup, please?" I said, "Excuse me." I said, can we have a bottle of Heinz ketchup, please? And I said, "I'll be right back."
You're gonna put that on your steak?
And I went over. I went over to the maitre d, the manager, the Greek, the guy who just made them these fancy steaks. I said, "Excuse me, sir." He said, "Yes." I said, "Table number 6, would like to have Heinz ketchup for the steaks, sir." Oh, I want to tell you what. He
I
walked
bet.
over them and gave them an earful you would never thought you would have heard coming from a manager of a restaurant. He said, "There is no way in hell he's going to give you Heinz ketchup or any kind of ketchup. Ketchup is not in this restaurant. This is a gourmet restaurant, ladies. And if you don't like the way I prepared the steak, then get the hell out of my restaurant." And these guys,
Ooh.
yeah, he let them have it.
Yeah, I worked when I was going to LSU in Baton Rouge in college. I worked at a Italian restaurant, and I was working as a bus boy. That's all they had. Well, all the waiters in there were male waiters. I mean, it's Italian restaurant. That's normally what you're gonna get is a male waiter. You're not gonna get female waiter. But there was a a Greek guy that worked there. His name was Masoud Nouri, and he took on to me, and he called me Little Cajun, and worked my ass off. That son of a bitch worked my ass off, but he was a damn good waiter, and we made a lot of money together. Because he would say, you know, because this was in Baton Rouge, so the dialect changes from where I'm at to Baton Rouge. I have that Cajun accent.
You
Some
mean
people,
people can actually understand you?
yeah, well, they love to listen to me talk. So he said, you have to hear him talk. Because Masood loved my accent. I'm like, well, I don't have an accent. He said, oh, yeah, you do. I said, no, Masood, you have an accent. If anybody has an accent in this restaurant, it's you and the Italians that own this place. But yeah, he worked my ass off, but he tipped me very well, and that was a good job.
That yeah, you just reminded me that uh, the Greeks owned this hotel I was at, and by Greeks I mean the mafia, and they would love. I mean, they loved the gourmet restaurant. They loved Hermes, who was I won't say he was Spanish. He was from a South American country. I can't think of which one, but he had this very good accent. But he also had on this flair of being a waiter, and he was the primary waiter for preparing the meals at the table side. So these Greeks always came, and they always wanted him because he just put on this damn show for them, right? And we close at 10 o'clock every night. Boom, doors shut. We take off our jackets, we tear the place down, we go home. 9:30 every fucking night. These mafia dudes walk in, and you can tell they were, the bodyguards, and you can tell who were the people to protect. And they walk in,
Yeah,
and they took the back tables in the dark, and they sat there with their cigars and so forth, and they take forever to order their food. Finally, get the order place. Went back to the kitchen, gave them the primary meals to be made, so they could get the hell out of the kitchen. And we just sat down and waited. We couldn't leave until they were done eating, and and there was no pushing them. No pushing.
ooh, working for Italians that are running guns. There's no pushing them either, because they're the same situation. I mean, the mafia Italians would show up at the last minute and want to, you know, 5-course meal, and we're like, oh shit, we're trying to close up here. I mean, but what you can't tell them no, because Gino, the owner of the place, I mean, they were literally running guns. They actually eventually got sent to prison for that kind of shit. But yeah, I mean, I know what you're talking about, because they just hold you up. I was like, I got class in the morning. God damn it! I mean, and they wanted Masood as their waiter. So I couldn't say no. I was his dedicated busboy, you know. So, you know,
I
tough
know
situation.
when it finally got long enough in the night, and the head waiter finally said, "This is enough. This is bullshit." Uh, we'd had this background music, and of course the lights were dimmed. So we start, raising the lights and turning the music up louder to get their attention. It's time for them to get the fuck out. And they just kept on, ordering drinks and smoking, and just have a good old time. And you know, we finally, turned the lights all the way up, turned the music all the way up. We went inside. We were in the restaurant. We took off our jackets. We sat down. We just started smoking cigarettes. Okay, dude. It was a chill here. And are we holding you guys up? No.
No, not at all. What you got left to eat over there, buddy? Because I'm hungry right about now.
Yeah. They finally got the idea and they left. But they tipped good. And they kept us alive.
Yep. Next debacle, Chuck.
Oh, I had a question for Randy. This morning when I was on, your camera's backwards compared to Dave's and Jerry's. Like if I'm pointing down to Jerry on your show, I would have to point with this. I don't know, it was really weird.
Yeah. There's a setting somewhere.
Actually, Chuck, that would be your
Mirror
camera
it.
was wrong. Your camera's
Oh.
wrong. If you want your
Really?
camera, you got to go into the settings and then go to camera, and then you got to mirror the camera.
After yesterday, I ain't touching no freaking settings, buddy.
Okay.
No, I
There you
noticed
go.
that this morning. Yeah, it was just really strange.
You'll get dyslexic real quick.
Yeah, well, I learned, I just go like this.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was kind of weird. But, okay, that's all I had to say right now. Just listening.
Well, that was a real
Jerry.
boost to the conversation there, Chuck. Thank you.
Yeah.
And speaking of Randy,
Oh, gosh.
real quick,
He's a popular
It
fucking
might
guy.
not be
There's
so-
no doubt.
might not be so quick, but
Never is,
You
Nick.
know,
We know that.
well, but it's an honest question, and it's a pertinent question. You do the Ancestry.com thing, which is a great thing, and you do a great job. But what's up with this 23andMe that's going belly up, and people's DNA might get sold?
Okay, so this is what's okay. So 23andMe is primarily for people who want to know about why is their skin dry, why do they have excess earwax, why their nose hair grows so long, what foods can I eat, things like that. It wasn't until a few years ago they decided, we're not making a shitload of money here, just getting this, because Ancestry is all about the research of family's history. Plus, they do their own DNA work as well, and we're just primary DNA. I'm not sure. I haven't heard about them going belly up, other than the fact that competition. You have to remember too. Ancestry just got bought out by BlackRock, and they got a shitload of money. And then, of course, so the DNA. So anybody who has their DNA done with 23andMe, and if they haven't done it already, if they've gotten all the information they wanted from their DNA test, I would highly recommend they notify them in an email or a phone call or something, and then back it up with some type of notification. Tell them to destroy your DNA, because otherwise your DNA will be up for sale.
It's going to be so, because they're going bankrupt, and they'll sell it to somebody.
I mean, I would imagine Ancestry might buy them up, because by buying up their DNA, you're also going to get access to their information to, try and get them to sign on for the Ancestry family research as well. But it's a simple way. The DNA is destroyed just by adding Clorox to the sample. So if you've got concerns for it, I would definitely notify them and back it up with the writing, and so forth, and make sure that you get confirmation that it was done. Otherwise, your DNA is out there hanging.
Yeah, well, I don't have concerns because I would never do that anyway. But I was just, because you do this as a side job, but yeah, I just wanted to know what you thought about it.
To be honest with you, I didn't know, so I'll look into it. Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, because they're going bankrupt, so they could sell. And where'd they come up with the name 23andMe? Well, you know what that means?
The number of chromosomes, whatever, in the.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. But yeah, I would never submit a DNA test to anyone, just because of this. Even Ancestry. I mean, it's. I mean, they got you. Once they got you, they got you. They sell your shit. Everybody knows everything about you.
So I'm looking at it now. Even though I just told you guys to notify them about destroying DNA, they have the legal right to hang on to your DNA for 3 years, even after you tell them to destroy it.
Yeah, see?
Wow.
They have 15 million customers.
How in the fuck does a company go out of business with 15 million customers? How's that happen?
Once you get their DNA and they paid you to take it, you're not getting paid for it anymore. It's kind of how that works.
Yeah, but still, you would think that they would, I don't know, start a Christmas club or something. I don't know, save some money up, for the hard times.
They probably
something.
had too many Christmas parties, and everybody got too many bonuses or something. And, that's how these companies go out of business.
Yeah, possibly.
Check the bank
Funny.
accounts for the owners.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not hurting. Ain't that always the way? Well, it looks
Yeah.
like it's just going to be us tonight. I don't see anybody else coming on. Robert Lawless refuses.
Yeah, I know
'cause
Dave's
he
not
doesn't
coming
want
on.
Dave won't be here. Just us.
Yeah, you sound so disappointed.
Well, I don't know. I was just thinking about the whole year. I got to change some shit, and I think I'm going to start tomorrow. But
Oh shit! I'm off the
New Year's
list now.
resolution?
no, just kind of. No, I'm not talking about the show. I don't really give a shit one way or the other. That's the least of my problems. Just general life shit. That's all.
Well, don't when they take your blood at a hospital or clinic or whatever. I mean, they've got your DNA. What's to prevent somebody from selling that to? I mean, I know that they'd get fired and shit, but
well, they run it to test the blood, but if there's a nefarious person in there that steals a portion of a drop of the blood, they got your DNA.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they get my DNA off a cigarette butt too. Well.
Yeah, I mean that's how they catch a lot of people. They wait till you go into an interrogation room, and they give you a Coke or something, and you drink it. They'll take that.
Oh shit! They had a data breach last year.
Uh-oh.
Oh fuck! I'm sorry. Oh damn!
Oh
So,
Oh,
shoot!
ding dang it.
yeah, that too.
Oh shucks!
Last year,
Yeah.
someone broke in and stole their DNA data.
Well, that would do it. Gee, I wonder who that could possibly be.
Yeah,
Three-letter organization.
Yeah, one that we
Wow.
have no
or a
idea what the three
four-letter
letters
country,
stand for or what the three letters are.
or a five-letter country. China.
They had to pay $30 million, and it affected 6.9 million of their users, half of their users. Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
see
what the
what I'm
hell do
talking about?
people think? What the hell do people think they do that shit? You send your freaking. And from what I hear, half the times they're wrong any damn way. I don't know. I read an article where a lot of people got shit back and it was completely wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like doing this crap in a box cola gourd thing. You know, there's like because I got one. They just sent it to me, and they want me to crap in this box and send it back to them, so they can do a colon test
Yeah,
on
check
me.
for blood. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, or any kind of colon cancer or whatever. Well, I didn't ask for it. They just sent it.
Yeah,
They did
yeah, I
it,
get
but
them some.
then they harassed me on my phone via
Yeah,
text. You need to complete this in 5 days, and but I don't. So I mean, it's still sitting in my cabinet in the bathroom, and it's gonna sit there forever because I never know what my shit's gonna look like when I sit down on the toilet.
Oh
So
god.
I can't plan for it because
Oh my
we eat
god.
a
okay.
lot of rich food down here.
Oh my god. Okay.
But anyway, but uh, that's your DNA as well.
Oh
You don't
yeah.
know what these
I
people are
appreciate
doing.
I appreciate you being so graphic about that, Nick.
Yeah, but
I'm
it's
Kind of a
almost
true.
shitty
positive.
subject.
Oh, it's a
Yeah, I'm
very
pretty
shitty
sure that
subject.
nobody needed to know that much information about you, but you know, we do now, and
Oh
Yeah,
let
my
the nightmare
god.
ensue. That's nice. I'm not getting that
Yeah.
out of
No,
my
it's
head
not.
for at least a fucking week now, and we all
look,
get the
uh,
box there, Nick. We don't need that graphic type shit. It's New Year's
glad
Eve,
to,
dude. Happy, happy, joy, joy.
yeah, glad to be of service.
All
Yeah.
right, good deal. Good deal.
Okay.
You guys are gonna drive me to. You guys are gonna drive me to smoking. For Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Well, you're up every 5 minutes. I don't know why you just
Yeah,
don't
that's
do
all
the
right.
show outside.
I could. It's only what the fuck is it? 30 degrees out. 33, something like that. Yeah.
Is that all?
Oh,
Yeah. That's what it says down here in the. Yeah, 33. 33 degrees. We had a little bit of snow this morning, not much.
yeah. All right,
Yeah.
whatever. Nobody cares about your
They're still
bad
talking
life
about
decisions on where you live. Ladies and
they're
gentlemen,
still talking
we
about a
have
big
trouble.
storm on Sunday and Monday.
Oh my God, he's fucking Nick now. All right. Um, we have Nick. You try to internet Nick. He's the only guy I know keep talking. He just never stops. Anyway, we have trouble coming
I
from
didn't
your
say
neighbors
shit.
to the some goddamn where. Anyway, the Minnesota Madman is with us, and he's
Yeah.
wearing a
Yeah.
he's wearing a wasp hat and some kind of weird looking hoodie with huge shoelaces in it. I don't know why, but apparently that's a thing in Minnesota. All right. Well,
Hey,
that's nice. Uh,
Yes, sir.
Robin
We can
says,
hear you, Ralph.
yeah, Robin says it's 30 degrees in Iowa. Another one. Yeah, I don't care. You know what it was here today? It was like, I don't know, 75. And I'm good with that.
oh,
You know,
shut up. Yeah.
I got up
Wait
Here
till
at
next
too.
week.
about 3:30 and it was pouring rain and it rained and rained and rained and then the sun came out and that was the end of it. So Jolene
Me.
says, "Hey Robert, cheers." So there you go.
So can
Somebody
I change
likes
the
you in the
subject?
world, Robert.
I know.
Yeah, why not? It's got to be better than Nick's box story.
Yeah, I've got a few boxes laying around of that too. I can go get one if you want.
No, cool. It is.
Just so you know, those Cologuard boxes do time out on the stability of it. So if you don't use it within a time frame that's on that box, just toss
Yeah.
it.
Well, there's
But
there's
it's
that
no
little
good.
there's that little serum in it.
Yeah. And
Never.
All right, listen.
I have.
All right, listen. Hold on, Randy. Shut up. What are you doing? Don't egg him on with this. It'll get
He's
worse from
talking
here. I'm
shit.
telling you. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's going to get worse if we keep talking about this.
All right.
oops.
All right. I want to know who, what, where, and why somebody invented traffic fucking circles.
You mean roundabouts?
They're they're from Europe
he's
has
gotta
them
be
all the
killed.
time.
Yeah, that guy's got
You
to
take
be
a
Jesus
fucking
killed
perfectly straight.
immediately.
You take a perfectly fucking straight road and fuck it up. Yep.
Yeah.
I
I'm
do.
gonna stand this year, this summer. I'm gonna stand out. Hastings had a rash of just they all showed up everywhere and anyways. I'm gonna stand out there with a big sign that everybody's coming at me, and this says, "Use your fucking blinker." Just because it's a roundabout does not mean you don't need to use your blinker.
Okay, why do you use the word blinker when it's a turn signal?
I don't give a fuck.
Here we go.
Use your hand for God's sakes.
Tomato.
Yeah, whatever.
Let me ask
Nice
somebody
call.
something. Nick, whose idea was this tonight? Whose idea? Was this your idea? Because I got to tell you, it was a horrible
Yours.
idea. Oh,
Yes,
Jerry.
Monday night.
Yours.
okay. We're gonna
Yeah,
we're
you
gonna get in a
asked
fight
everyone
over
if they're gonna.
semantics over here, blinkers and turn signals, and Nick has got a box, and it's been going good so far. 23andMe has been hacked. I'm learning much. I'm learning way too much valuable information. It's not going to make me any money in the new year. That's what I'm learning.
No. Speaking of that, Jerry, have you been
Oh, God.
receiving the No, it's this is legitimate.
Okay.
The messages about your music is yes, Robert.
Oh,
Exactly.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah.
Robert.
I-
You're another one egging him
I
on. He's from
I can
Louisiana.
hug
If
it
there's
and
something
squeeze
disgusting
I
he
want
can come up
to know
with,
why.
it's going to be him. And you two gotta egg him on. Why is he doing it?
I want to know why the Cologuards are in his dining room.
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
Robert says, "Don't ask that question."
Wait a minute. I'm
Yeah.
in my computer room, my dining room,
Yeah,
and I got this next to
Yeah.
the garbage.
but yeah, Robert's like you remember the old cartoon with the big Yeti or whatever. You could hug it and squeeze it
Yeah.
and rub it. But yeah, Jerry, these messages
I
that come up that say that you're monetizing somebody's songs.
Yeah, it's not true.
Have you seen
I
those?
use free music. I use free music off of Restream, so the guy's full of shit.
But yeah, and it's always some Ahmed Hardware
Hard word. Yeah. Yep.
person,
No,
and
it's a scam.
I get the messages, and it's like 4 or 5 in a row, and I'm like, well, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then they list
Well,
some musical or some song, and I'm like, none of that makes any sense. So I don't know what the hell you're
Well,
talking about, but I just
I don't
ignore
know
it. But still, just saying.
most of the names of the songs. I have no idea what they are because it doesn't really give you that. It just gives you the type of song it is, like the genre, and they're all free. So That's the only music I've ever used. The same thing with you on YouTube. When I use music off YouTube, I just use the free shit. And that's the first time that's ever happened. But I think that happened to Dave a couple of times too. So
Yeah, and then
thank
there's
God
this
he's not
other
here. We'd
person.
hear about it for an hour. But this is what happens.
Yeah,
Just thinking
there's
they
this
can
other
also. Yeah. Okay. Thank you,
there's
Robert.
another
Appreciate it.
person. That, there's another person that keeps messaging some woman that
Yeah.
she wants to do some stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever her name is, and she can
I
monetize
didn't even
you for
bother.
$3
Every
or
time we
whatever.
do, yeah, every time we do a fucking show on Rumble, I get one of those messages how great a video it was, even though like one person watched, and we needed to, he can help us and make us all millionaires, and blah blah blah.
Yeah, we can give
And
you
I just
500
erased the
views.
message,
Yeah,
and I
I
just
thought the
erased the
$3
message,
was
and
for a quickie.
yeah,
that's real quick.
yeah, okay. Oh, thank you, Chuck. You speak, you really say volume. But it's I've come to the conclusion that there's about 17 honest people on the frickin' internet, and I think we're uh, I think I don't trust anybody else. I swear to God, it's just all bullshit. Let's see. Oh, you're so welcome, Jerry. At least you're willing to talk to me where Nikki doesn't. Well, mean person. What can I tell you,
What
Robin?
I said, hey, Robin.
Yeah,
What-
I think
Yeah,
there's a
he
love
did.
connection
He
here
did.
somewhere. I don't know, but
Yeah,
whatever. Point is, please leave me out of it. I got enough of my own problems. How is
Well,
Jamie doing? Is
Robin's
she
from
back there somewhere? Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Are you married to someone named Jamie? Yeah. Where's Jamie at?
Okay. All right. She's in. She got a new phone today.
uh-oh.
She's busy in the other room right now, just kind of
You luck at that.
I'm not laughing
busy
at
in the
you,
other
Robert. I'm
room.
laughing at Nick. Anyway, I'm sorry, Robert. Please go on. She got a new. That's nice.
Yeah, she got a new phone today, so she's busy in the other room where we don't where we can smoke in the other room. She's busy in there dialing everything in and getting everything else set up and everything else. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
blah.
Nothing for you tonight.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah. She'll be busy with that for 36 hours.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
that's going to be our new toy to go to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shut
Yeah,
up.
when my wife
Jesus
So,
Christ, you
gets a new phone, you don't
so
even
you can
hear her
smoke in
speak
the
for
other
like 3
room,
days.
and it doesn't go into the room
Joyous.
you're in.
We have a fan sitting in the window that sucks it all. It's
Oh, okay.
I got
Listen,
news for you. Unless that is
how's that work in the
the
winter?
back, yeah, that's not enough to get the smoke out. I mean, it goes into the walls, goes into your clothing. It gets carried away. My mom and dad smoked for over 60
Wait a minute.
years, and when we lost, of course, my mom got pissed off and left the house to an 8-year-old girl. So the lawyer got involved and sold it, and they sold the house for like $125,000, like more than half of what it was worth. But the guy said it stunk so bad in there, he had to go in there professionals, rip everything out down to the bare minimum, and then build it back up. But he did a hell of a job.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Randy. We're trying.
Yeah.
Okay, we're
Yeah,
trying.
that was their problem. That
Anything
was
to
their
help out.
problem, not your parents'
Randy
problem.
has
That was
just
their
been
problem.
a bucket of good news tonight. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like somebody should
Don't
probably
smoke
open
in
a
the
Venus
house.
sacrifice something. But
And the only reason
what
we
kind of
smoke in
new
that room
phone?
is just
Robin wants to know what kind of new phone did she get? Because Sunday I went and got a new iPhone 16 Pro. Your phone
It's
is a hooker?
Uh, yeah,
Shit.
get an Android.
phone.
I spent $150 on my phone, and it works just fine. Otherwise, you just take it and throw it.
Yeah,
You really like
yeah.
doing that,
I'm
don't you, Chuck? Throwing the money at the
I
screen
do.
there
Man.
to
It's
just
just,
make
it's
yourself
throws the
cry.
money. I
Right.
think
Yeah,
those
he's always
slot
doing it.
machines spit out fake money or something. I don't know what that is. But
Yeah, I don't
anyway,
know. Something.
but yeah, I'm still working on my old Android Google 10 Plus. Um, that's it. It works perfectly fine. I don't do iPhone because I don't have Apple account. I use Verizon, and this phone works great for me. So that's all I need. I don't need some big elaborate. Oh, you could take the best videos in the world, and slow mo. Well, I could do that with my phone. You know, I don't think the technology got much better, but but iPhone 16 is probably about $1,800 now. That's ridiculous.
I heard it was like
Nick,
13 or 12 or something. I don't know. I have no idea. For the amount of money I paid for this phone, which is like 600 or 800 bucks, I use like three features on it, and none of them, surprisingly enough, are an actual phone call.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. That's one of the features I use that I don't want to use. So I hope nobody ever calls me because it's a phone.
yeah. I was down in Florida 5 years ago at a rest area, and I was on my flip phone. Some guy walks up to me, he says, "Where'd you get that at a rummage sale?"
Yeah,
I said, "Hey, it works, but
yeah. Ahmed Hardware will come and say, "Oh, can I get that phone from you?" Because
Hey,
he'll
listen,
reprogram it to set off a bomb.
Nick,
I like the flip phone. Fit in your pocket, nice.
Yeah,
And back then, I never texted, so it didn't matter. But
right?
yeah.
and I'm pretty sure it didn't have internet, the one I had. But
No.
Hey, Nick,
and I had a
phone did
business,
this.
so I did talk on the phone quite a bit. But yeah,
It's my microphone.
What's that,
we
right?
weren't waving at you, Robert. We were waving at Jamie.
Oh yeah, she just. All right. Okay, check this out. This is my phone. I got my charger. Check it out. Everybody, shh. Listen. 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 Listen.
Oh,
Technology's great, ain't
that
it?
was deafening.
That was just the bomb shit, wasn't it? Hold on. Try it again.
what the hell are we doing?
Fucking off.
Yeah.
What's it
Never
supposed to
mind.
do? My phone bleep bleeps when I plug in my charger. I don't know if that's what you thinking is gonna happen. But,
Well,
yeah.
at least it's not a wardrobe malfunction.
Well, yeah, because we don't want to see your titties.
No. I just don't understand why this is not working.
That's okay,
Well,
Terry.
I tell you what, why don't you just tell us what it's supposed to do, and then we will all pretend we heard it and say, "Yay!"
All right. Ready? Here we go.
That's what it's supposed to do. Make you pissed off.
I feel like Clark Griswold.
Epic fail. Is it fully charged?
Oh my god.
No, it's not fully charged.
Oh my god. That's so funny. That's so funny.
It's supposed to say,
It's supposed to say, "What a wonderful live."
I know why. Because
I know it's
no, I got you guys. I got the American Rebellion playing, and I got the volume down. If I have it
Oh,
up,
that-
I'll echo and everything else.
yeah, so you can't hear you can't hear what the phone's doing.
Right. So now we'll do this. Got to do that. Okay, ready? Here we go.
Is there somehow we could move on from this? Because I lost interest in this a while ago. I'd be truthful.
Oh, poor Robert.
Now we got it. Here we go. Here it is.
Oh, man, that feels really good. Thank you, Minnesota Madman.
Okay, so
Oh,
plug
you
in.
plugged it. You plugged her in. Okay, I got it. Yep.
Yeah. Oh man, that feels so
Wow,
good.
okay,
Thank you.
yeah, that
Thank you
feels-
so much, Minnesota Madman.
Does your wife say the same thing?
How long did it take you to set that shit up?
If you go to Facebook and watch reels, and you just start, if
Yeah,
you
you
like,
got too much time on your hands.
no, I do not have too much time on my fucking hands.
You gotta do that.
You're doing that, Robert? Yes, you do. You can work a second job. Move someplace warm.
I just thought it was cool that an old fucker like me got to actually do something like that. I don't know.
Okay, so what does your wife's phone say when she plugs it in?
Absolutely nothing.
Are you done already?
They don't get
It-
on the phone.
Yeah, no, it says, "Is that all you got?"
Oh, give me more. It's too short.
Well, that was quick.
Boy,
Okay. See what she started?
Yeah. All right. Hey, move along. Talk among yourselves.
Why?
Oh, my
You're
God.
doing real. Oh Lord.
But this went to hell in a handbasket.
Yeah. Well, we're
Yeah,
having
from the minute
fun.
I put the go live
Yeah.
button on, it's been going downhill.
And none of us are drinking. You take notice of that. We're all laughing, happy. Our faces are red, but none of us are
Yeah.
drinking.
Well, look at Joe Dell's comment.
None of us are drinking. Speak for yourself.
That's for Jamie's phone.
Yeah. I like Robbins. So did he fart?
Oh my God.
I gotta tell you, I never would
Oh
have thought
my
that you
God.
were trying to show us. I thought I couldn't figure out what the fuck you were doing. It seemed like it was taking forever. I was bored, and then you did that.
Yep.
Now I'm just scarred,
That-
and I gotta tell you, I can't
Yeah,
afford any
well,
more scars because nothing good is going on up here, and you guys ain't
Let's go
helping.
back to this.
She was she
No,
was
let's
happy
not.
that it took that long though, Jerry. You missed the point.
Yeah.
She was happy that
Yeah.
it took that long because usually it's
Yeah.
like you're done
Yeah.
already. You know?
Oh my God.
That's true. That's true. Good point. Thank
Oh
you.
my God.
Good
Oh
one,
my
yeah.
God. Oh my God.
Okay,
Oh
this one.
my. Okay.
All right.
Well, I
Woo!
pulled out a tooth today. I yanked out a tooth today.
Yeah.
Well, happy for
So
you.
now
Two.
I was able to talk without looking like, a jack-o'-lantern, and now I can't do that anymore. So that sucks.
Yeah.
Teeth just flat out suck.
Gonna be coming out soon. I was trying to eat buttered noodles last night for dinner because I can't eat nothing else. And it was painful, and I couldn't eat another meal like that, so I said fuck it and I pulled it out. But right there. Sorry.
Oh, that sucks.
I can't believe
I
I'm
hear
gonna be
you.
a toothless, grit gumming motherfucker by the time I'm 62 years old. That's what I'm gonna be.
Well, grits, but grits, you have to chew that shit because that's like grits. You
No.
have to chew it. You eat
Well, if
yogurt,
you make them right,
something real. Yeah.
Well, at least you.
Yogurt. What am I,
Hey,
gay?
Jerry, well, at least you know how the grandkids run up to you and say, hey, Grandpa, I got more teeth than you do, see?
That's great, Randy. Thank you for that look into my future. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, my
it seems
daughter,
like
they
every
don't
time
seem
I
to
go
be
on
in too big
vacation,
a
I
hurry
lose one.
of getting whatever they're doing to get pregnant. And so, if I'm lucky, I'll be
Well,
dead before that happens anyway. So
well,
I've been waiting
is
for the
that
sweet
possible,
embrace
Gary?
of death for years.
Is that
Well,
possible?
yeah, it is not in the shall we say normal sense. I'm hoping, or I don't know if I'm hoping for. I don't know. I have no fucking idea. Listen, the girl talks to me twice a year, 3 times if she calls on my birthday, and then I'm pissed off because she reminded me. So whatever. I just dumped the
Yeah.
goody powder in my tooth socket, but that nerve is all just. Oh, I'd rather have 3 babies than this pain. All right, that's what you do, Tina. If you got any cloves and honey, you take them, you put them on the with a little water in a pan, and you boil it up with cloves because cloves taste like shit, but they do have pain killing, especially for teeth, properties. Or go up to the Walmart if you got one and get a the was it the Ambisol. Get like 3 of them because you might as well just drink half a bottle each time and just let it sit on it because it lasts only about 10 minutes. And don't swallow if you do the clove thing. Don't swallow it. You'll regret it. The aftertaste, the honey, you need a whole bottle because it's horrible tasting. But and even with the honey, it's
Okay.
not great. But
So,
also, honey has antibiotic properties. Also, it doesn't sound like it's infected. It sounds like you have a busted tooth. And I've had a cracked tooth, and I can tell you that was the most fun I've ever had in my life. Yeah, you breathe through your mouth, and it hurt. Like
Oh, it burns. Yeah,
oh, it's horrible.
and yeah.
Every
Another
tooth in
thing
your mouth
is,
ends up hurting because the pain radiates all the way around, down,
yeah.
and all the way back. It sucks.
Then you get an earache,
It,
then you get a headache, then
The
yep.
earache part, ugh.
yeah. But um, distilled white vinegar, uh,
Yeah.
warm that up a little bit and swish it, swish it, swish it, because vinegar will actually deaden the root and the nerve
Yeah. Yeah.
in your mouth.
It just you're gonna
Uh,
need 2 cups, one to spit
Otherwise,
in
get you some
and one.
Crown Royal, same thing.
Yep.
Then you go to sleep and you forget about it.
Yep. Um, I have used on a pulled tooth. I have that hurt. I've had a couple of them once they were pulled. That shit hurt. And use salt and water. It cleans it
Yeah,
it keeps it clean and also will deaden the pain
yes.
some. It'll
Warm,
bring it down
warm,
to where like you're not wanting to open a vein or anything like that.
yeah, warm, warm,
Because I
warm salt water.
yeah
Swish, swish, gargle, swish, yeah, spit it out unless you just like to
Gently
what
though,
I
because you
do.
don't want to dry socket. Yeah.
yeah.
Gently.
No, you do not. No, no. Well, I think her tooth just broke. I don't think it's out of the socket. But have 2 cups, one to spit in and one to drink it out of, and it should be warm, not don't boil it and then put it in your mouth.
Yeah, don't
You
boil it.
seem smarter than that,
Well,
but I always,
yeah,
I don't want you to sue me.
that that'll
I'll
just
be right
cause
back.
more pain. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and
just
that's no good.
room temperature, or just run the faucet water uh
To hot,
to where it's
yeah, warm.
on hot to where it's getting warm, and then you stick the glass, you know, with the vinegar or
Oh,
the
it's out of the
salt or
socket.
whatever in it.
Oh, shit.
It's out of the socket.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
it's out of the
Uh-oh.
socket. Yeah, just listen. When it comes out of socket, you gotta be careful because you do not want dry socket. I have no idea what that is, But all I know is that everyone who's ever had it that I know wanted to die. So
It's excruciating.
the
Don't smoke.
sucking,
Yep.
yeah, this. Well, I don't think she smokes anyway,
Smart.
unless
Yeah,
she's
Yeah.
taking up
Don't
pot. I
suck
don't know.
on a straw. Don't
Yeah.
none of that kind of crap.
When you drink, keep your mouth slightly open so that it kind of pours into your mouth, and then very, very gently kind of move it around. And the salt, you want the salt to be melted as much as possible. So it needs to be kind of warm water. And it needs to kind of be a lot of it too. So you can't drink it. You know, the water should be cloudy. There's a lot with all the salt in it. And
Yes.
you also want to
Yes.
try to make it easy to use regular, that ground up salt, whatever they call it, the normal table salt, not like sea salt or
Yeah. Table
kosher
salt.
salt or any of that crap.
Yeah. Don't use rock salt.
No,
That's not.
yeah, don't do that.
God, you know,
That's for ice cream.
I ended up in the emergency room about 3 weeks ago because of a tooth, and all I would have had to do is come here and get medical advice from this place.
See?
Telling
Well,
you, man.
what was your
See,
your
Elizabeth?
the infect? You had the infection or something, right? In that tooth.
Yeah,
Did they put a needle in it and suck it out?
it wasn't to that point yet, but
Uh,
they gave
that
me
sucks.
some antibiotic and stuff like that. I mean, it was close, but it
Some
just
Lortaptan.
they gave me this Lollycane. This
A
stuff was
sucker.
no, it's not a sucker. It's a Q-tip with some medicine right there. You
Oh,
can
okay.
swap,
Yeah.
and you just put it right in the fucking affected area, and it fucking whoa, Jesus.
It
Oh,
works.
oh yeah.
Okay.
I went
I
to
figured
the
you know.
emergency room for
I
something
was
like that.
joking with the
A bad tooth.
Lortaptan because they don't hand that out very easily.
Yeah,
It's an opioid.
I went and
They
the,
didn't know to give me
the
any
lady doctor stuck 3 shots in there. I don't know what the fuck it was, lidocaine or I don't know, some shit. Anyway, it deadened the pain. I
Lidocaine.
asked her to give me a gallon of that to go because I needed it bad. She thought
right,
that was funny.
right.
And then she
With
stuck
syringes.
she stuck a needle in there and sucked it all out. And what I realize now, if I could have held out another few hours, it would. They usually will pop on their own because there's nowhere else
Right,
for it
right.
to go, and it just gets more and more till it goes on its own. But I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, the
And
pain was just freaking.
yeah,
I couldn't take it. I was just
sucks, man.
fucking Jesus Christ. Yeah, teeth suck at
Well,
this age. Teeth
the
suck.
last 3 I've had, I've pulled myself and saved myself probably between $600 and $900.
That's
So
it.
just to pull a tooth, $300 a piece, just to pull a fucking tooth, that's a lot of goddamn money, man. And it's ridiculous amount of money.
I was like
But
thousands of dollars.
just to pull a tooth,
Yeah.
I don't know where you're going to a dentist, but my guy I go to, I like him because he doesn't say much. He comes in, he conquers, and he leaves, and I like that a lot. We don't have to be best friends or nothing, and he's cool.
Yeah, it's
Guy, he's
in
a
a
German
back
guy.
alley.
But I waited and I waited and I kept, and one day it just like I can't take because one was pointing west, and every time you bit on something it hurt, and this one was doing the same thing back and forth and sideways in the front here, and I'm trying to chew with my 2 fang teeth over here, and that ain't working at all, and finally I was sitting in my chair and I'll be truthful. I said it out loud. I said, fuck it. Went in there, just kept, slow, gentle, not gentle, but slow, steady, pulling. And I felt it move just a little bit and knew that was it and continued and it came right back out. And now the next one will be right the one next to it, and I'll look like fucking I'm ready for Halloween pretty soon. I guess I don't know. I never
Well,
in
you
my
gotta
Yeah,
life,
I
I
go to
thought
the
there'd be a lot of shit that would happen in my life when I got older that would not be good, but I never once thought my teeth would fall out my whole entire life. Perfect teeth my whole
yes,
fucking life. Got one cavity when I
yes,
was 15, all the way in the back, and that
yes.
was it. And you know, I had to drink the water at Camp Lejeune because otherwise I'd have died of thirst. You know, you can't go a year without drinking or a year and a half. So, and now all my teeth are fucking rotten. And you know, it ain't from lack of care or brushing them or you know all the shit you do and that. It's just my wife is. You know, I'm convinced it's from that, but you can't drink that shit. What they're then this shit's killing people too. Many million thousands have died from this water. Way more worse shit than teeth, but there's literally thousands of guys out there that were on that base, and there's a Facebook page for it. But their teeth are either crumbling, breaking, or just falling out. And we're in
Yeah,
America. Sorry, there's not that many. There are people with rotten teeth. Some people are born with bad teeth. Some people, like, you know, I don't know, they had something wrong with their kid. The teeth are fucked up. I get that. But there's not that many people. All of a sudden, their teeth just start falling out and breaking and shit. So,
yeah. Well, like myself, I was told when I started taking all these uh, allergy shots, my allergist told me you're gonna have tooth problems later on in life.
Really?
Boy, was he
oh,
not
yeah.
lying.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, like
Yeah.
just brittle.
Really?
I couldn't drink
Yeah.
milk. I was allergic to milk. I couldn't have all
Yeah.
this shit. So, I have to watch how I chew, or I'm gonna get a tooth to crack. I mean it. I mean it's ridiculous. And tooth
What kind of
pain.
Yeah.
allergies did
I
you have?
lived with uh, everything. You name it.
Yep.
Everything.
Yeah. You
Colon.
actually, you know that thing? You know that thing they put on your arm with the 500 little stick holes to see which one you're allergic to? He had one
Yeah,
that
I
didn't
do that.
react, and it was like, what was it?
I, I
Nick? Was it
had
like
I
catfish
had
or something?
yeah, catfish because it doesn't have
Yeah,
scales. That was the only thing I wasn't allergic to.
yeah.
Hey,
Nice.
Everything
Jerry,
else,
Jerry,
Imagine
when
being
you
a
were in
fucking
basic
kid.
train,
Yeah, go ahead, Ray. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
when you were in basic training, and you were going through the various series of shots that they put you through, did they have the air gun to apply the
Yeah,
shots?
yeah, yeah. You
Okay,
got it. It was like a
and
gauntlet you
and
went through. You know,
and
yeah.
and they did they warn you don't move or don't fletch or you're going to wind up with your arm split open?
I don't remember. I'll be truthful, but I know you walked like two steps, and then two guys, one on each side, and then you walk another two, three steps, and two guys on each side. You stopped at each one. So, and I that kind of shit never bothered me. Um, like needles.
Yeah,
When I was a little kid, I didn't like needles, but you know, as I got older, I didn't care about needles. The only thing that ever bothered me about the doctor was the tongue depressor. I couldn't have the
okay.
tongue depressor in my mouth.
Oh, that
Well,
I
gag
warn them
reflex
now. I say,
thing.
you put that fucker in my mouth, I'm going to throw up on you, and they don't
Yep.
do it. So I don't
You
know.
gotta eat
Yeah.
more banana popsicles. That'll help that gag reflex. No, I'm kidding.
okay.
Hey,
I don't
Doctor
know
Chuck.
that from experience, but yeah. Oh
No,
Lord.
I was one guy. I think one or two guys passed out or something. They didn't like needles because it didn't
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
really hurt.
the one.
It didn't
I know
really
the one
hurt. It's
guy.
kind of like if you got anybody here has diabetes or ever checked your sugar with their, you know, that finger thing. It's kind of like that, but it's in your arm, so it doesn't hurt even that much.
But it's like
You know, a couple of guys after
eight
had
or
reactions
eight to
to it
10
and
needles
that
at a
kind of thing.
time. And it's not even needles. It's air pressure that blows it into your arm in those guns. My,
Oh,
my
I
dad
didn't
has
know
that
that.
scar
No,
on
we
him.
had. I no,
Yeah,
I
it's
think ours
air
had.
pressure.
Randy, didn't ours have needles? like them little tiny needle
Uh,
deals?
no, ours was, well, for me, it was all air. It pushed the skin away, and then the air pressure popped the medicine into your arm. I know the
Oh,
guy in front of me, he didn't listen, and he flinched, and sure enough, his arm split open and blood was going
Yeah,
everywhere.
well, no,
it's
that
very
must have been
high
the same
pressure.
thing we had because you were in before I was. So if you had it, we had it. I'm assuming, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
did not
same
know
thing
that.
my
I know
dad
there was a
had.
thing that looked kind of like an air hose on it, but
Yes, yes,
not
that'd
like
be
one
right.
from a shot, not one from like a shop or something, but like one of them little skinny ones they use for
Yeah,
breathing and stuff. Yeah, okay.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, my
I didn't know.
dad
I forgot about that.
still has that scar that has all the little
yeah.
circles in it on the inside. However many
Oh,
uh, air pressure things
oh,
went into his arm.
yeah. I remember having one of them, but that went away years and years and years. And I think the sun dried it, made it go away or something from being outside all the time. I ain't that's been. We had a couple guys had reactions. They had to go to sick bay because that's when we found out that the stuff that you're being like all the colored fevers, like the red fever, the purple fever, the orange, yellow fever, all this bullshit. That's what we learned that actually has that in it. And I'm like, this doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And then, I took the flu shot in the Marine Corps, and by then I already knew that the flu was already in the shot, and I definitely knew it after I got the flu, like the next day, and then never did the flu shot again. I've always thought that was kind of stupid. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I must be. I'm not a doctor or anybody intelligent, but nevertheless.
Yeah, they give you the flu to stop you from getting the flu, but
Yeah.
they give you a dormant flu supposedly, like they were supposed to give
Yeah.
you a dormant uh,
COVID. Yeah.
COVID. Yeah, that
Which,
didn't work out very well.
I'm pretty sure they lied about that. But here's the weird thing: all the like back when they had the polio vaccine came out and everything in the 40s or 50, whatever it was, that is not the same one you get today. It's as far as the ingredients, from what I understand. Everything's got that. What the hell's that damn R something, whatever the fuck it is in
MRA,
it, and
MRA.
MRI
mRNA.
All
or
right,
mRNA, right?
mRNA.
Yeah. Which
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know
that's what
why
COVID
they
is.
do that. I mean, it's the freaking original one worked perfect. It eradicated whatever, like polio or any of it. It eradicated all that. It took a couple generations and it was all gone. And now they got to change it. Why? Because it's cheaper or something? I don't know. But
Well, I
I
remember
think,
the
I don't
the
know.
polio because I couldn't take all the vaccinations. I mean, they like to killed me because I was so allergic to everything. But the polio thing was just like this red liquid they put
Sugar
on a
cube.
sugar cube.
Yeah.
I don't
That's what
remember.
I took.
Oh yeah, the sugar
Probably.
pill.
Well,
I
if
remember
Chuck
that.
said that, then that's probably what I had because he's older than me.
Yeah,
So I don't remember. I don't know. I
that's why I
really
don't
don't
take
remember. I just
vaccination.
know that I remember having to go to Dr. Ruggieri, and it was like 45 minutes from my house before school started, and get like a bunch of shots or whatever, and then you filled out a paper and you brought it to school, and they allowed you in. All right, so Randy, I'm jumping off to go to another show for a few minutes and to a new client. I just pick her up. Just picked her up. Oh, that's nice. I wonder if his wife knows. Happy New Year from Randy. I guess couldn't say those words out loud for some reason, but that's fine. He just made us go away for another show. Probably Michael Anthony. I don't know, but if Chuck had that, and you had that, then I guess I had that. I don't fucking remember. I was 5, and I drank a lot between then
Yeah.
and now. So that's
Yeah. Drank a lot. It started at 5. I think I
yeah.
started at 6.
Actually, my
When my
first drink, literally, my first drink was at 6 years old. I walked into a bathroom. My parents were having a party. My aunt and uncle or somebody was there, and my aunt left. I think it was scotch or gin or something. It was clear, and in a glass. Back then they had glasses. Everybody used glasses. It wasn't none of these fucking solo cups. And it was sitting on the bathroom sink, and I was thirsty, so I took a big gulp of it and immediately threw it up. My mom was pissed because she left it in there, and I drank it. Um, yeah, I remember her being really pissed off, and that was my first drink, and it horrible. And then I have, like everybody else here, I guarantee you, your dad gave you a sip of beer, and I thought that was the worst tasting shit I
Well,
ever had in my life. I don't know how to get drunk. I swear to God, I couldn't stand when I was a kid. I couldn't stand the taste of none of that shit. But I seem to have grown into it, though. I noticed that, but
yeah. Well,
whatever.
that's what
So
happened. My grandfather, one of my grandfathers, my mom's father, um, at 6 years old, he put my ass to work. Me and my older brother, who was like 18 months older than me, and we're outside on his property and his farm and working, and it gets hot, during in Louisiana. It's probably during the summertime, and we're like, Papa, I'm thirsty, so I'm gonna go get some water. He's like, water? That'll rot your guts.
Moonshine.
He goes grab a can of beer.
Oh,
Said, drink this. And here we are.
I could
Yeah.
never fucking
Yeah.
drink at work. I could never drink at work. I just couldn't function drink in work all
Not at
because
work.
it was one or the other. I could
No, I
work
was
like a
6 years
dog
old.
with a hangover. I would just look like I walked through a
I've
car
done that.
wash because I was sweating it all
I've,
out. I remember one time
I've
I
done that
was
a
so
million
fucking
times.
hungover I couldn't keep my eyes open. I'm busting my ass and I'm out working this kid that's like I'm in my 30s and he was like 22 or something. And I outworked him and he's just looking at me like, how the fuck do you do that? But I was like, my jeans, every single part of me looked like I walked through a car wash, sweating that shit out.
Mhm.
It was rough that morning. First
Yeah,
3-4 hours were tough. It was rough, but
yeah. When I was bartending, we would all leave at midnight or after, go to a club, drink our asses off,
The good old days.
and I mean get piss ass drunk, and then come back the next night still hungover, and then have to
yep,
serve alcohol again. And
yeah,
like, and then we'd do it again the same night.
yep.
That next night,
That's how it was in
it
the
was
Marine Corps. That's how I was in
over
the
and
Marine
over
Corps.
and over.
We'd get up at we'd go out around 6, 7, 8, whatever. Get home around 4. Wake up at 5:30, and we had 2-hour lunches for some reason. I never could figure out why. Plus, we had from between 11 and 1, you were off. You had lunch, and so I'd sleep for that 2 hours. I swear up and down, I wasn't going anywhere that night. All I was going to do was hit the rack and sleep. At about 7:30 in the fucking morning with where are we going tonight? I ain't going nowhere. Fuck you. By 5, I was like, well, I don't know. Maybe we go there, go do this. Or do time. We were in the fucking bar. 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night. Because where I was,
Twist,
oh, the
twist,
bar is closed at
twist
like
my
I
arm.
think it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, or and then you would go eat. That would take another 2 hours. So yeah, it was. I don't know. I went for like 2 years with like I don't know. I think I had 17 hours of sleep the whole time. But what it was is like every 3 or 4 months, I would lay down for a nap at like on Saturday or something for at like I don't know 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Figured I'd get up and go around 9 to the bar, and I didn't wake up till the next morning 11 o'clock or something. And I was like, fuck. Okay, well,
Yeah,
missed the whole night.
I not only bartended and partied all night, but then I owned my oil wells at that time, so I had to go check my oil wells.
Yeah.
You know, make sure everything ain't nothing busted and all this bullshit. So I had to do that and then come home and most likely never get any sleep. You know,
Yep.
shit, shower, shave, and go right back to work. I
Oh
mean,
God.
that was it.
And here we all are.
Yeah, and never slept
And
from
yeah,
the previous day.
here's the thing, though. I think, for me anyway, I mean, it taught me work ethic because it's just get the fuck up and go. You're gonna feel like shit. There's only one time the whole time I drank where I felt bad the entire fucking day. Okay, and I was so fucking happy when it was time to get back in the truck and go back to the office. I was land surveyor at the time. After that, because I was useless that day, but every other time I would just put your head down and say fuck it, and you know kind of wander through life for a while with some sort of purpose, I guess. But I gotta tell you, I was out working kids half my age who were drinking just as much as I was when we'd be out on a job. We'd go out of town or something, have to stay out. And they'd be looking at me like, how the fuck you? Because like when you're 21, a guy in his 30s, even like I was still like 31, that's ancient. You're looking at them like, yeah, fuck you, man. Your life's over. And you're wondering how you
Yeah,
do it. And it's like somehow that becomes a point of pride, that you can do that, which looking back was stupid. But never, I didn't actually have to do that. Chose to apparently, but I don't know. It does teach you a work ethic because losing a job
yeah. You just
cuts into the beer money way too much.
yeah, yeah. I mean, regardless of how drunk you are, you might show up, smelling like a brewery, but
Eh,
nobody cared in the bar business.
Not
They're
back
like, as
then.
long as you
No.
showed up and you do your job, they didn't give a shit. So you tell the young kids, hold my beer and watch what I do.
yeah,
So
construction
yeah,
was any construction related type of business.
but
They don't give a shit either, as
inside,
long as you don't fall off the
inside was
roof or something.
easier. Yeah,
Air
inside was
conditioning.
easier because you're in air conditioning and you're like, okay, I
Yeah.
won't sweat. I hope I could sweat because you'll sweat the alcohol out.
Oh yeah.
But if you work hard enough, you'll sweat it out. But
Well,
standing there in the air conditioning, it's still
you know,
horrific to have to go through. But
you know what?
man,
I spent my entire working life wanting to work indoors in the air conditioning because I worked outside my whole life, and I was like, in Florida, in the South in general, it's 140 degrees no matter where you're at, and I finally got that job. We owned a store, like a consignment shop,
The
and
American
God,
Rebellion doesn't
I
count.
fucking hated it. I couldn't stand it. It was the worst thing I ever did in my life. I'm like, I've ruined myself. I swear to God. Never sweat, never nothing. Went to work dressed decently, not looking like a homeless crackhead that just came off the labor pool or something, you know. And it's like, God, this is awful. How the fuck does anyone do this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have
Now
liked to
they're
have
now
like
they're free
Chuck's
to lay
job.
there.
Because Chuck, like, it's always,
No.
I needed a job where it was always a challenge for something or another. Because that's why I like land surveying. Like Robert will tell you, it's always something different.
Oh yeah.
It's why I hated construction surveying because it was the same shit every time. You put in 300 fucking stakes to show them where the road is and turn around, watch the goddamn idiot on the grader who don't speak English, knock every goddamn one of them out. Then you got to go back and do the same exact thing tomorrow.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's why it takes so long to build roads.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Yeah.
Chuck,
It's a thing.
Chuck, you ever thought about doing that ice road trucker kind of thing?
Oh hell no. No, I watched that show. No.
Yeah, do
My
I'm
dad,
getting too old.
that, Chuck. We would like
Hell,
to see the video.
yeah, my
should I
dad
go up
was
there? No
a
way.
trucker for I don't know 17 years or so. He hauled LPG,
No.
and and then after that he still had his CDL, so he could he'd drive across country. And when he worked for a construction company, and when they had this big incinerator that they would dig a hole, it would burn up board roads from when they finished a well, they'd put the board road wood in it and dig a big hole. And my dad was the only one licensed to control that thing. Well, they needed it in California, so he had to drive from Eunice, Louisiana to California. Well, that was when that whole trucker strike was going on, and some bitches was dropping sandbags off
I
the
remember that.
overpasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he made it through, but he saw some of those trucks get destroyed on his way
Mhm.
over there. The sandbags
Yeah.
coming through the windshields and the truckers
Wow.
getting killed and everything you can imagine. But yeah, I
There
mean,
was.
my dad was a trucker.
I remember in the '60s there was a lot of problems with trucks being hijacked and drivers getting killed. I mean, they were hijacking
Guess
trucks
what?
up north every fucking
Yeah,
day, and also airplanes too. And it was always Arabs who did this, wanting to go to some
Yeah.
Arab type country, not Muslims. It was Arabs back then. They were all Arabs. Um,
DB Cooper.
but yeah,
Skyjacking was
DB Cooper
huge
was
back
an
then.
Arab. It was. It was big time. It was. You're right. But truckers, um, especially if you were carrying shit like electronics back then, that kind of bullshit. You had some problems, man. You did, and there was some trucker strikes. I remember Hoffa. I was a little kid, but I remember Hoffa being pissed off and always on TV. And then all of a sudden he wasn't because no one knew where he was and still don't to this day. And
yeah,
you know that kind of shit. But trucking has always
Yep.
been a rough business. But now the biggest the crime against trucking is the government and their regulations and their bullshit.
Yep.
That's I think the biggest problem they have. Yeah, thank you. That's a perfect way of putting it. Yeah.
yeah. And
So
Jared,
anyway,
Dan Dan Yo, he drives. He's the delivery driver for Walmart,
yeah, yeah.
and they send his ass. He handles all of the southern region, Texas, Arkansas, Mississippi. I mean, he goes everywhere. I mean, this guy's on the road almost forever before he gets home and gets 2 days off or some kind of shit. But yeah, he's in a rig. I mean, a phenomenal rig that has everything you can imagine in it. I'm like, damn, the technology that they have these days is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
And
Well,
it's all automatic, and instead of the 19 gears and all this bullshit that the real truck drivers had to put up with. And how they did that shit and maneuvered that crap is beyond me.
Well, they had one leg that was bigger than the other and one arm that was bigger than the other from the shifting up and down
Yeah,
and the fucking double clutching all the time. And back then, but people were more polite on the road too. You'd let a trucker, like you'd move over, let truckers so you'd have to pass or nothing.
Yes.
He'd flash lights at you to thank you and all that kind of bullshit. But then people like my dad thought it was cool to draft behind trucks, which
Yeah.
I found out later in life they really hated that.
It's
You
not a
know,
good
but
thing.
no,
They can't.
it's not, and especially with your wife and two kids in the VW minibus that was yellow and white that I personally called the Weeble wagon. um, and yeah, he'd get within like I don't know a half a foot from it or something, and he'd save like I don't know 30-40 cents on a trip someplace in gas, and almost get us all killed. Oh, we thought it was cool back then, so but like it. But then I think he did it to piss her off mostly, that kind of thing. But yeah, he'd do that. Um, you know,
I just saved a whole
nobody
30
does that
cents.
anymore. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the size
Yeah.
of it. That's pretty much the size of it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when
It was
gas was
almost
really
like
expensive,
Geico.
gas was really expensive in the '70s. It was like a buck or a buck. I don't know what a buck and a quarter was.
Whoa.
There
Yeah,
goes
poof.
that.
He was gone.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Chuck, you're
Yeah.
a truck driver.
No, I
and
drive my car, but go ahead.
You're an escort.
I
Okay.
am a male
Close
escort.
enough.
Yes,
You
I
have
am.
to follow these trucks.
Male escort.
Follow, lead. Yeah.
But if something breaks bad, you could be right in the mix of it.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Oversized
Yeah.
loads or something, or what? What the hell?
Oversized. Yeah.
Yeah,
nice.
all oversized loads. Yeah, steel beam, big long steel beams, and all
Steel
this stuff.
beams, concrete beams, big generator buildings for like Amazon.
And I'm guessing you probably
Google.
hauled maybe a few windmill.
No, I don't do wind. Screw that.
Mm-mm.
Too many regulations on that shit. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, my dad was on a run one time, and Jerry's back. My dad was on
Yeah.
a run one time, and there was this guy in a brand new, and this was '70s, late '70s, or middle '70s. This guy had a brand new customized van, and my dad was in his rig and hauling, and every lane my dad got in, this guy would get in front of it. So my dad wanted to pass him up, and then the guy would get in the left
Speed.
lane. And I mean, just fucking with my dad the whole time. Well, turns out the guy didn't know where the hell he was going. Well, my dad sent him to where he was going, because my dad said, okay, the next time he does this, I'm hammering down on his ass. And my dad rear-ended that sumbitch and wrapped him around a telephone pole.
Ooh.
Did he keep driving?
No, my dad jackknifed and the whole 9 yards.
Wow.
Yeah, he jackknifed, and they only gave him a following too close ticket. That's all they gave him. The guy in the brand new customized van, still with the sticker plate on it. He wrapped that sumbitch around a telephone pole or something. Creased it right in the center. And
Cool.
when my dad got out the truck to go check on the driver, the guy was sitting on the back of his van. It was a black guy.
Yeah.
Sitting on the back bumper of the van, that was whatever was left of it. And my dad was like, "What the hell were you doing?" He said, "I was looking for the turnoff where I needed to be." He said, "You've been fucking with me for miles and miles now. You didn't know where you were going?" He said, "So I had to do what I had to do." You know, God, he smoked that dude. My dad said, "Sorry, but not."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Well, back
don't
then,
fuck with
the
a truck
big thing
driver.
was the fucking CBs, and they knew where the police were, and they,
Yeah.
it was definitely a fraternity. From what I watch on videos about truckers and stuff, a lot of them
Oh,
have their own
definitely.
channel, and they talk about trucking and all this bullshit. They say it's not like that anymore because the people they're hiring now, half of them don't speak English. They don't actually really know how to
Yep.
drive.
Imagine that.
I think
Yep.
wasn't Chuck talking about this the other night or something? Wasn't that something? Hey, Dave, how you doing?
Hi, Dave.
Yeah, my
Um,
dad's handle was Streaking Deacon.
Hey, Dave. Dave's in the
Oh,
house.
there you go. Yeah, he just wants to watch. All right, so what are our plans for
Can
the
you
new year? Well, we'll wait till Nick gets back. We'll wait till Nick gets back for that. Uh,
imagine smoking a bandit made today with traffic roundabouts? There's dirt going around traffic circles. Or the Dukes of
yeah, you want to
Hazzards.
fuck up.
I mean,
You want to fuck up some traffic? Put one of them traffic circles in, man. It's just ridiculous. I swear
it
to God,
does.
cities
Yeah.
will
I'm not.
come up with
I,
anything to waste fucking money and screw shit up. I don't know what it is with governments, but it's almost like they hire a bunch of stupid people to come up with stupid ideas, and then they get overcharged to build them, and they don't work, but yet they're great. I don't know.
wait a minute.
yeah.
We're describing Kamala Harris's plans for the future.
Oh, yeah. We had one in
I still
Margate.
want to be unburdened by what has been.
Yeah. I think she
Oh,
needs to be
God.
unburdened of a lot of things, and the calluses on her knees may be some of them. I don't know. Good
Ooh,
God,
yeah.
what a horrible. And now they're talking about it's going to be her and Hillary next time. Every day I see this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
she's going for
people,
California, isn't she? Isn't she going for
I don't
governor of
know.
California? Oh
I
yeah,
don't
that'd be
know.
a stepping
She might
stone.
win.
Well, a stepping. Well, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
then
You
she'll
never know.
abandon California and run for president, just like they all do. I can't
Right.
stand that
Already
shit. It's
screwed
wrong.
California up.
Well, one thing's for sure, she's going to leave Tim Waltz where he is so that he can help Robert live his life to the fullest. Um,
Yeah.
I can't imagine having that asshole as a governor. That'd got to be horrible.
Fuck that motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
Tampon Tim.
Yeah,
Tampon
that's
Tim.
his governor.
Yeah.
That's his governor right there. He
Mm-mm.
loves him.
Yeah.
He does. You can tell by you're number one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
No, that you're right. Those stupid roundabouts. I mean, we got, with the tractor and these extended trailers and shit, and the driver steers the back axles from inside the cab. Okay, and we go on a route, and they put us on a fucking route with a roundabout on there, and it's like, I don't know how your roundabouts are down there, but ours have a little extra in the middle, but they drive right up over the, not through
Oh
the
yeah.
roundabout, but as they're going around it, the back tire, because it's just that long of a load, you can't, just freaking impossible. But we make it happen.
Well, I've seen like 3 of them my whole life. None of them really worked.
Yeah.
And there's one at a doctor's office they have. I don't know why they couldn't have just had regular roads. I have no idea. But the one I can think of that I used to have to use all the time, it was like the size of a city street, but it didn't feel that way because you got shit like a curb on the passenger side, and then you got this thing in the middle. And ours, they decided to put the town clock on, so that thing's been running to at least 7 times by now, I'm sure. And it doesn't feel like that.
Oh, yeah.
So people are like, first of all, people are nervous. because they don't know if they should we stop, should we go, we don't know. Oh my God, and me, I just used to fuck, get out of my way, and I go, and but they're stupid. There's no reason for
Yeah.
them. Zero reason.
Well, the first one I went.
People think they look cool or something. I don't know.
Yeah, the first one I went through was up at Rice Lake, Wisconsin, upper northern Wisconsin, and we got off and had to go to the gas station to get gas in the car. And I get off and I said, "What the fuck is this?" So I went around it and I go, "That's not the way I want to go." I went around that son of a bitch 3 times before I said, "There's the gas station." I just went across 2 lanes of, and I didn't know where the hell I was going or what I was doing, but. Now they're
Right.
just a pain in the ass, but yeah.
Yeah, Nick says they cause more accidents than what they're supposed to avoid. Yeah, it's basically traffic control to some, but
Yeah.
when you have it's basically a 4-way stop, and you're supposed to yield for
Without
whoever's in the circle, but all the entrances to it are so close that if one person takes off, the guy next to him takes off, you're gonna have a wreck. Or you're going to get the
Yep.
drunk guy who don't believe in stop signs and he's going to fuck up something. There's always something. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's like when they came, I remember when speed bumps, I hate them fucking things.
Mhm.
And any
Especially in
neighborhood
trailer
that
courts.
had them, any neighborhood that I went in to clean a car that had them, I would do at least 35, 40 miles an hour through that neighborhood and hit them fucking things as hard as I could. And I had an S10. The truck would almost jump, the damn thing. Not quite, but and the neighbors are all shaking their fist, and and it's like, fuck you, take that shit out. It's stupid. Fucking speed bumps.
Fucking traffic.
Yeah. The only speed bumps they have up in Minnesota this time of the year is out on the lakes where the ice is expanding and it heaves up a little bit, and
Yep, I stay away from that shit.
yeah, no kidding.
When
Yeah.
you see these people now, they got the freaking kids playing signs out by their driveway. When I was a kid, your dad told you to go play in the fucking street. You got run over, you didn't buy as much food that month. I mean, that's just as simple as that got. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, you didn't have to wear
True.
you didn't have to
Common
look like
sense.
a linebacker, like an NFL linebacker to ride a bicycle. You fell off, you got the shit cut out of you, or a concussion or some crap, whatever. You cried for, I don't know, 10 minutes. Your mother would come out with the methylate, which is like mercurochrome.
Oh my
same
God.
thing.
Yeah.
And you would cry as soon as you saw the bottle, you'd start screaming. And then 5 minutes later, can I go out again? No, you got to stay in because you got to wait for that. No, I want to go out. And then you go out and do something else stupid. That's how you grew up. And I'm not saying it was perfect. Don't get me wrong. But I got to tell you, these kids today, Jesus Christ, they touch something and they're hurt. Yeah,
What?
that too.
Yep. Texting,
I swear to
playing
God.
their games,
Yeah, playing video games.
I
But
was
they don't.
kid.
And you see these
I was-
pictures from the 60s and the 70s when we came up, and even the 80s at the beach. There was usually like one humongous fucking guy wearing a Speedo for some fucking reason. And everybody shit. You know what I mean? It was like everybody else was like, I don't know. But there's always the one guy, okay, and that's fine, whatever. We all laughed at him and moved on with our lives. Now you go there, and it's like the Fat Farm got out for a fucking 3-day weekend or something. I don't know, and I happen to be one of them, but god damn. I was 18 years old. I weighed 165 fucking pounds, and I was 6'2".
That's a lot. Like I said, a lot of the chemicals and additives and colors and all that other shit they're putting in the food. That's what's doing it, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm guilty too. I mean, but
Well, not
yeah,
only that, Chuck,
Name.
when you was a little kid, where were you outside playing? You pick up a stick, you play army, that was your rifle. You play football, baseball,
yeah,
sports, and what the hell ever. Okay, you were always fucking moving, riding bikes. As soon as you got a bike, that's all
yeah,
you did is ride a
absolutely.
bike. Okay, you were
Yep,
always fucking
yep.
moving. And we were always hungry also, but then your mom, when you went, my mom would not allow me to eat only but a certain amount, because when I was real little, I
Yep.
always wanted to eat my father for some. It was like a goddamn competition for some reason. I have no idea why.
Garbage disposal.
And she wouldn't allow it because she said I'd end up being like freaking 400 pounds, and and plus no, there was like, if you got caught even when you were like 16, 17, and you came home and said you weren't very hungry, they knew you ate out in town. And they wanted to know what the fuck you ate and why you weren't hungry for the dinner that my mother spent all of probably 15 fucking minutes making. But to her, it was like 12 hours in the kitchen with a wood stove and, no air conditioning. I don't know. Didn't do that. Now it's like every kid's eating Doritos all freaking or whatever, drinking, I don't know, whatever the soda they like nowadays is, and so forth, you know, and sitting.
Yeah,
They spend most of their time.
flaming hot Cheetos and
Yeah, go ahead. Go
flaming
ahead.
hot Cheetos. And if you knew what was in that goddamn seasoning, you wouldn't be eating the shit. Oh my god. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
People
don't
that made the flaming hot
like them
Cheetos
anyway.
at work,
Cheetos,
they had to wear a respirator and gloves and shit because you get the shit on you and it burns the hell out of your hands and shit. People are eating it, you know.
yeah. I've had the original Cheetos. I wasn't a big fan of them.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
They make me feel
I didn't really
they
like
taste good.
Doritos.
I'm like, feels
Yeah,
sick.
our the mellow cheese for Cheetos is made up here, Robert. Arden Hills, Minnesota. That's
Yep.
where Land O'Lakes headquarters is there. That's
I
where they
know
make the mellow cheese for the Cheetos. Yep. Nationwide. Nationwide.
Yeah,
Where it
Tina
is.
says they drink those god awful energy drinks. I got to tell you something. The one thing when we were kids that didn't happen very often was you always had energy. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I don't know about you guys. It wasn't like when I got out of bed, I had to be out of bed by 7 o'clock. On school days, it was like 6:30. Saturday and Sunday, you're out of bed at 7 o'clock. Your bed's made. And you don't go back to bed till it's time to go to bed at night. Okay. And if you were
Yep.
bored, you never said the words "I'm bored" to anyone, because there was always going to be some weeds to pull or something stupid that you hated to do. Yeah, all that.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
so you went and found shit to do, whatever. We were just way more active back then, than they are
Oh
now.
god.
Yeah,
And
catching tadpoles in the creek and all sorts of
yeah,
shit.
all that
Yeah.
crap. Exactly. Well, as soon as Nick gets
Yeah.
back on here, we're gonna, I guess, talk about everybody in the comments too. We'll read them out here, what their plans for the New Year's is, seeing as how today is the last day of this god awful last 4 years. Hopefully, we have better things coming.
It ain't over yet.
For
It ain't over
everybody.
yet. We got
It's
till
close.
January 20th.
Could
It was
we?
reported on our local news that Biden was going to spend as much money as he can before the new administration comes in. It was actually reported
Yep.
on our.
It's got to go
Yeah.
through Congress, though. Don't it have to go through Congress?
It's already appropriated.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
already
Money already
appropriated.
appropriated.
He's going
That's
to
a
do
fact.
Yeah.
That is a fact.
Jesus
Yep.
Christ.
All right, we're going to start with Chuck over here because he's a lot more positive than Robert is. I actually want to take an eye out with a stick, but now listening to him. But Chuck,
Yes, sir.
what's what is your vision for the new year for yourself and your was it girlfriend or wife or fiance or whatever it is there, family,
Girlfriend. Girlfriend. Yeah. Yeah.
whatever.
Just
Family.
keep doing what I'm doing. I love the part-time job that I do. I work when I want to work, and go out the extra money and go out to the casino and have good dinner out there and everything. Free hotel nights, so and we go out there and get the cheap cigarettes too. But no, I just keep on doing what I'm doing, and
Turtle Lake.
I just hope that everybody can have a good prosperous New Year. I don't probably say
Yeah,
it that
yeah.
wrong, but,
Prosperous.
you know what? Prosperous. There we go.
Chuck
I
didn't
can
go to
do
college.
better with this hand here.
Yeah.
But I hope everybody has a great happy New Year, and we just got to keep going forward, step by step. And we know that there's going to be some people out there that are going to try stopping us to prosper, but we'll get over it. We'll get there. Sometimes it ain't going to look like it, but we'll do good. We'll do all right. I think we'll be fine. So. And like I said, always be ready for when the shit hits the fan. Hi, Jamie.
I
But, so yeah, just be prepared, for if something does happen in your area. Like Jerry says, keep
Yeah.
your head on the swivel,
Yeah.
and stay safe. That's the important thing right there. Stay safe, keep yourself safe, your family, and whatever. Yep. That's it. I just hope
Yep.
everybody has a
All
great
right.
New Year.
Well, seeing as how Robert is actually a duo, if Robert would be nice enough, turn the camera the best he can there. We'll see what Jamie has to say about the new year first, and then we'll go to Robert.
thanks for putting me on the spot, Jerry.
That's all
Yeah,
right.
no problem. It's kind of what I do.
Yeah, that's all right. I hope everybody has a good New Year. Everybody is prosperous.
Oh, we're here
Don't
with
have
this
any-
again.
Whatever. Happy New Year. Shut up.
She didn't have much to say, did she?
Well,
More than
she's
you.
waiting for you to say something. Yeah.
I am. Yeah, you.
You guys talking to me?
You talking to me?
Yeah, you talking to me?
Yeah, you.
Okay. I've had lots to say tonight, but January 20th, the world changes. And I think there's going to be some, like Chuck said, there's going to be some rocky roads and bumps and stuff like that. They're already plotting and planning to do everything they can to stop this agenda.
Yep.
And we know it, and I know it, or at least maybe we know it. Us all know it. Maybe we all know it. I don't know. There are sleeper cells in this country. There are. He let how many? 10 million fucking illegal aliens in here. All from bad countries. All people that are sick. They let their mental institution people out. Yeah, go over here. Yeah, whatever. And so there's a potential that there could be some bad stuff happening, but I think Trump's ahead of it. I think he's smart about it. His administration, even though he's not president yet, is already on top of it. I think he's means business this time. I don't think he's gonna fuck around about shit. And
Roundabout.
I think obviously a Democrat fucking invented that fucker because it just fucking pisses me off. Use your fucking blinker. Just because you're coming up to it and you're gonna go to this side of the street or this side of the street, use your blinker so we all know which way of the street you're going.
Yes. That
Oh
aggravates me.
God,
That
it's
kills me,
insane.
Robert. that kills me.
I
brand,
apologize for interrupting. I'm sorry.
Go
No. Anyway.
no, brand new vehicles don't use
Jesus.
blinkers. I mean, come on.
You see these blue-haired motherfucking people in little binky dinky fucking putt-putt cars going, "Ee," and they're just driving like they're not even paying attention. I'm going, if I hit you, it's gonna be my fault just because you're just fucking doing whatever you're fucking doing, idiot. Shut up. Anyways, hey, everybody have a good new year. After I'm done here, I'm gonna go try to make a video tonight. We'll see how I feel. We're gonna bring here. Minnesota Madman is gonna start coming down real hard, real good. I got a lot of things planned and some new product on the line. Well, not so much new product, but I've been looking at some things. Been talking to this company here, Ben Shot. Might have something new with them. But anyways, let's roll. I'm ready. I'm done. I got to get through January. What is it? 14th.
We're going to 13th through the 17th.
Just got to get through Jack's.
That's the 14th.
The 14th. I just got to get through Jack Russell's celebration of life.
Yeah.
Talking to somebody in Arizona that owns a golf course and a restaurant. We may be moving that way. It's a possibility. We'll see. But
You
anyway,
ain't gonna like
Oh,
Arizona.
full-time golf course. Yeah, full-time golf course, right? Arizona.
yep.
Yeah.
I could care less about.
All right.
I may not like Arizona, but I could care less about.
Texas.
Is it Texas?
It is.
It's Texas. I'm sorry, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Not
that's
as hot
kind of a
as
small
Arizona.
mistake. Yeah,
Close
unless it's southwest Texas, then it's hell. Good luck with all that, Robert.
Well, I don't care if it was Arizona, Texas, or fucking wherever. I'm done with this state. I'm done with this cold weather. I'm done with the people up here in Minnesota because they're all freaking
Muslim soda.
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
God, it's
Yeah,
awful.
it's awful. Yeah. So, anyways,
Yeah.
thank you for letting me on, Jerry. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, bro. Robert, anytime. We'll hope to see you many times next year. Until you melt wherever you're going, then
And,
we
and-
won't see you anymore.
and Robert, just so you know,
Understand.
I still have it.
Oh, what is that?
That's what you sent me. The
Oh,
stickers and the
Oh.
lighter.
oh yeah. Hey, I thought
I-
I cut Christmas bonuses out this year. Who sent them that? Did you do that? Just kidding.
I never even flicked this lighter. I have the sticker.
Oh fuck yeah, yeah.
Oh, I got
Awesome.
that. It's on the front window of. It's on the porch in our front window because the front window's on the porch.
That was rare right there. That one
Yeah.
right there, the one you got. Both
Yeah.
you guys. Got,
Yeah,
it's rare.
And that should stay there forever because it never gets wet or the sun don't hit it, so it should be fine.
No. I thought it was fun. I
Right,
thought it
right.
was funny that they have a hazmat surface only because the lighter
Effing-
is in there.
All right,
that costed $10
Yeah.
for that.
Nick.
Anyway,
Before
thank
you
you guys.
finish, Nick, there is a request on screen. I'm gonna have to kick Dave's
Uh-oh.
ass for this, but
I don't have it with me.
oh, thank God. Okay,
What?
thank God. All right.
Next
So
show. Next year.
Yeah.
Chuck don't know what we're talking about, but I can go get it.
No,
but
it's the tea.
Quick.
You'll hear about it next
Yeah.
time, I'm sure.
Get
Because
the
he will
tea.
go get that, and it will make an appearance next. Well, what is it, Friday or something?
Yeah.
All right, Nick.
First day of
Well,
first show of next year, we'll get the tea.
Yeah. All right. It's been a year, Nick. Ups, downs,
Yeah.
laughter, and pissed off. So, what is your take on the new year coming?
Well, it's been many years for us, Jerry.
I know, but I'm
But
just talking about
up,
this last one.
yeah, okay.
Fucking shit.
Um, yeah, but you know, like Robert was saying, I don't trust these Democrats because on Friday, that's when the Senate and starts doing confirmations for Trump's
Mm-hmm.
appointees, and they're already acting the donkey, the Democrats, and so are some
Yep.
Republicans.
Yep.
So, and with you know, everybody can say what they want about Mike Johnson, the Speaker, but Trump came out full force and said, "I support him." They need to give Trump what he wants, or none of this shit's gonna work. And now,
Right.
if we don't have a full Senate confirmation and House installed, you know who can't get installed as president? President Trump.
Yep.
That's how that shit works. I mean,
Yep.
these crooked son of a bitches, they're crooked as a fart. It aims for the ground and hits you in the nose.
Yeah.
You have to watch out for these Democrats. Um,
Yeah.
Other than that, as Chuck was saying, you know, I'm going to continue on doing, you know, for the next year. I'm going to, as long as I can, I'm going to continue on doing what I'm doing, sitting on my ass, because I don't have a job. So, you know, yeah. I had to ask my brother, who's a CPA. I said, okay, well, I didn't earn a dime this year except with my bank account that I got interest on my account. Said, do I have to file taxes? And he said, does it come up to what your standard deduction is? I said, oh, not even close. He said, then you don't have to file it. You know what I might do? File my taxes anyway, just so the government knows I didn't make shit last year. I think that's
That'll
going to
teach.
be the best option. That'll teach them. I didn't make shit, you know. But you know, eventually I'll have to hopefully be able to get a job. My back is fucked up. It's all nerve broken and everything. I can barely walk and everything. But we'll see how that works out. I don't know if I'll ever be able to get disability or what. You know, it's going to take my doctor to have to, you know, do that shit. But other than that, I mean, it's been a bad year this year, 2024. But I think next year, come January 20th, I think shit gets a whole lot better because with Trump in there, shit's gonna hit the fan, and
Oh yeah.
people are gonna go. The media's gonna go. Of course, they're already batshit crazy, but they're gonna get triple time batshit crazy.
Yep.
And
Mhm.
but and then you know, if y'all heard that this Texas judge put a halt on Biden selling these pieces of
Yeah.
border wall.
The wall. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
he said, "No, you can't do that shit." So yeah, good. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, everybody prospers a little bit more next year. It's going to take time. It won't be instant. but hopefully instant on 1/20/2025. We get these illegal
Stop.
motherfuckers out of here. Mass deportation. We can have mass
Yep.
importation. We can have mass deportation, and that's gonna send the
Yep.
media crazy. So, other than that, Happy New Year to everyone.
Yeah. Happy
Yeah,
New Year's.
we've had good times, bad times over the year, but I think it's gonna get better. I really do. You know, if
I
we can
agree.
keep Dave off the show, everything will get better. I'm fucking with Dave.
Oh,
I'm just
Wow,
fucking with
that
Dave. I
was
hope
harsh,
he's not
man.
listening.
That was fucking harsh.
Yeah,
Oh, he is. He just
He won't.
commented. Nice
that's
job, Nick. Nice job.
Yeah, he won't.
Probably in front of his
Yeah,
family.
he won't remember what I said. But anyway, but yeah, I'm fucking with you, Dave. Yeah, love you, dude. Yeah, everybody have a good New Year. I think I might just go. Well, it's gonna be a few hours before I go sit outside because it's only 8 o'clock here, but or 8:07.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's 8:07 here,
Yeah.
and it's 25.
Oh well, we're not 25, but good luck to you. But I can go sit outside and watch the fireworks. Watch the
Stay safe,
fireworks
bro.
and watch the fireworks and listen to the gunshots in my hood. But yeah. So great show tonight, guys. Thanks, Rob. Thanks, Randy. Thanks, Chuck. Of course, thank Jerry. And
This guy?
yeah,
Yeah.
that guy.
I don't know. He
That
feels
guy.
like he has to, I guess. I don't fucking know. I usually screw
Yeah,
everything up. So,
it's an obligation. Yeah, you screw
yeah,
everything up
you know,
just to get me on
it's in
here.
his contract.
I mean, but
It's in his fucking contract. He
yeah.
has no choice. Just the amount he gets paid is zero. So he does
Yeah,
seem to
we
enjoy it. I don't know.
yeah we
But what?
signed an NDA, or we didn't.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's an NDA somewhere.
Yeah.
Closure agreement,
Yeah.
Jerry. Don't do it. Don't. We didn't do it.
Well, guys,
All right,
I want
guys.
to first thank everybody in the comments who stayed with us for this last 4 years. It's been interesting, and hopefully it will go the opposite direction pretty damn soon. And I guess we'll see. Got one more hurdle, and then the inauguration, I guess, and then it's up to us, people. We gotta stick to what we've been doing, and that means watching them all like hawks. Because it won't be long for the next damned election where we got to get rid of some friggin' people. And, keep an eye on JD Vance. Keep an eye on all these people. If it's JD Vance, more power to him. We'll vote for him. If it's not, and his actions don't somehow, and I don't think they will, but if his actions don't match his words, got to find somebody else, whoever that may be, because this has to continue. Otherwise, we end up with AOC one day, and that can't be good. As far as all the people came on screen with us throughout the years, of course, Nick, because he's been with us for a pretty long while now. Our newcomer, well, at least for this year, Chuck. Really enjoy having you on, Chuck. You're a lot of fun to be around.
Thank
and
you.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
Robert.
I found a
Wallace.
new. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
It is. It's cool.
Okay.
And people, next year we need to start making a point of laughing more and enjoying life a little bit more than we do. It's okay to go off. It's okay to be pissed off. It's okay to hate the government and all that bullshit, but we also have to remember we still need to live, and we need to live. We need to calm. Some more calm, and the best way to do that is laugh at ourselves, and that way you can laugh at others It's been a rule of mine since I can remember. You can't laugh at yourself. You got no business laughing at anybody else. So, maybe stop arguing with the left because it's getting us nowhere, and concentrate on our own futures and inside the four walls of our own houses, and maybe help out some other people once in a while when you can. But I've been saying this for many years. I believe it. I use it every day of my life. So please stay vigilant. Be aware of your surroundings at all times, and always remember it's amazing what you can do when you have no other choice. My name is Jerry. On behalf of tonight's cast, we had Robert, we had Randy, we have Chainsaw Chucky, and of course Nick. As always, and I believe within the next 2 days, I should have some fiber optics running into this dump, and we'll see how that goes. Also, Daryl should be back. He said after the first, if I'm not mistaken. So I think he's kind of on a vacation or something. I don't know what he's doing, but hopefully he will be back, and we will. I don't know. Wouldn't it be nice to have some like good news, to talk about once in a goddamn while? Taxes go down. That apartment building is completely empty because the illegals are gone. That kind of bullshit. Maybe nobody got murdered or raped today by one. That'd be cool. I would enjoy that. I would. So anyway, we're gonna go and hope to see everybody on Friday. Friday. Yes, at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Take care, guys.
Happy New Year.